So MSN just reported that one of Joe Biden's surrogates was just forced to resign after doctoring a video about Bernie Sanders. In the video, which I'm not going to replay here, she basically made it sound like Bernie Sanders was praising dictators, which we all know Bernie Sanders really doesn't do. In fact, he even goes out of his way sometimes to call people dictators, and he probably shouldn't. So we know that's not true. Now, here's what's ironic about this, in case you haven't been keeping up with this this Biden and Bernie beef, if you will. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Biden, when confronted with his own video using his own words saying that he would cut Social Security, he said, "Oh, you can't believe that. Bernie needs to apologize. You know, people can doctor videos. You can do all kind of things with videos nowadays. And those are my words. That Bernie campaign must did something. That's what happened." And now, one of Joe Biden's quote-unquote official surrogates has been caught doctoring a video of Bernie Sanders. Well, I must ask, ladies and gentlemen, because I for one am shocked and appalled. And we all know that if someone is mean to you on Twitter, especially if it's a surrogate from a campaign or just random Twitter bots, MSNBC, ABC, CNN, Washington Post, Daily Beast, Daily Co, they said Joe Biden must denounce them. You got it. What's going on? Why are your people so mean, Joe Biden? This is really problematic for the entire Democratic Party. Why have you not denounced these mean tweets, Joe Biden? Better yet, why hasn't this gotten wall-to-wall coverage like those random tweets from random Twitter accounts that all these mainstream media people have been posting? Interesting, right? Now, don't get it twisted though, because she was only forced to resign, aka fired, from the Young Democrats treasurer position in Pennsylvania, which is actually, believe it or not, a pretty illustrious position. Young Democrats have a lot of political power on the ground amongst students, college students all over respective states. So don't take it lightly. But she's still technically an official Biden surrogate, which makes it even worse, right? So she was not only forced to resign after the video, but some of her tweets, some a little suspect. So let's look at this tweet where she posted the video. It says, Bernie Sanders. Like, she didn't even leave it up to the imagination. She doctored the video and told you exactly what she wanted you to get out of it, which was Bernie Sanders, quote unquote, lavishes praise on communist Russia, preferring the Soviet Union to the American way of life. That video got 2.5 million views. Yeah. Fake news, though. Only comes from the right wing and progressives. Right? So, she got in trouble for some other tweets, too. Somehow co-opted the Me Too movement and says, Bernie Sanders supporters called me Hitler, swine, and all sorts of smears. I was told to resign and die. You can see this by checking my mentions. Until Bernie Sanders disavows his vile online attacks by his supporters, we're going to assume he condones them. She got caught doctoring a video where she literally made this man seem like he was praising communist Russia and said that if Bernie excuse me, doesn't condone or doesn't disavow the attacks, then she's so by Miss Lily's logic, ladies and gentlemen, or Lindy Lee, excuse me, not Lily. By Miss Lindy's logic, doesn't that mean that Joe Biden is condoning doctored videos being put out about his opponent? Right? And once again, excuse me, doesn't that mean that MSNBC should be covering this wall to wall? That's what I'm told. Isn't that how the rules of the left work? Oh, is that just the rules of the left whenever you're not an anti-establishment candidate? I do gotta wonder though, how sick can a person be? Right? How sick can a person be to lie and literally smear and then immediately make themselves the victim? Isn't that crazy? Like, we got some sick people in this world. So then got a wee bit anti-Semitic, ladies and gentlemen, a wee bit. Oh man. Oh yeah, it gets ugly. She retweets an anti-Semitic tweet about Bernie Sanders. Her tweet originally is, "I love Jews like family. They are my family. I'm the last thing from being anti-Semitic." Okay, first of all, hold up, pause. Hold up. Did you just say, "I love Jews like family"? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta say, any of my white friends, if you were listening to me, don't ever in your life, ever, don't ever do that. Don't ever in your life do that, please. Because you're probably racist if you do. I'm just saying. People are going to automatically assume it, and they'd probably be right too, because there's so much wrong with that statement for so many reasons. The person she retweets says, "Lindy Lai, my Mimi," wherever the hell that means. "You have defended my Jewish community when others remained silent. You are my family. A Ruth who made my people her people. Bernie Sanders is a self-hating Jew who takes support from our enemies in Congress because he would do anything to get votes." Wow. Wow. This woman retweeted this. So you get caught doctoring a video. You get criticized for it, rightfully so. I mean, nobody should be wishing this young woman to die. But you get rightfully criticized for it. Then you demand Bernie Sanders disavow the criticisms without, of course, without expecting Biden to be held to that same standard. Then when you get caught, you are forced to resign. You go on to retweet somebody who called Bernie a self-hating Jew? Bro, this woman's like the Antonio Brown of politics. Every time she gets caught, she just keeps doubling down. What the oh my God. Can't deal with these people, y'all. Can't deal with them. They're frustrated. Now, what's even worse about this is that there's actually a very illustrious Dartmouth professor named Dr. Nyham, Nyham. This man, using the doctored video that that was about Bernie Sanders, might as well go ahead and add an E since it's so fitting, right? Yeah, we're gonna do that. So, use this doctored video from Miss Lindy Lai in order to double down on the attacks against Bernie Sanders. Now, let me tell you what's so ironic about this fact, y'all. This man is known for giving a speech that basically went something to the effect of why people believe fake news. Dartmouth professor, PhD. I'm starting to think that PhDs, like the piece of paper, and blue check marks are basically the same thing now. Like, basically, you get famous for saying just stupid shit. I don't know how else to put it. I know some smart PhDs, but believe it or not, they are becoming few and far between. I am familiar with less and less intelligent PhDs. And I came from a school that is full of some very intelligent people, and UNC. And most of the PhDs I know are from UNC. But these are the type of people who are elevated because they have a piece of paper or a blue check mark. People really believe if you have a piece of paper, if you have a blue check mark, that you're more equipped to give a legitimate opinion and be elevated for that opinion. So basically, because no matter how you slice it, and I have a degree too, so I'm not that far removed. But basically, you're elevated and celebrated because you were a successful hamster on a wheel for longer than other people were hamsters on wheels. Because that's what being a blue check mark or a PhD generally is. You came from some established school or some established organization. So you were a successful hamster on a wheel, and therefore your opinion is valid. That's why Tommy Loren can get a blue check mark. But you guys, well, you're just not smart enough, guys. Your opinion isn't as important as Tommy Loren. I don't get it. I'll never get how these people are able to get away with so much. We got like I said, we got a sick country. We got a sick, quote unquote, fourth estate, as in media, and I'm glad she was forced to resign. But I don't want it. This is why I don't entertain that nonsense. And we'll cover in another video later. I'm not about to entertain this nonsense of Bernie needs to apologize for his supporters. Bernie, once again, much to the chagrin of his supporters, constantly and consistently apologizes for his supporters over and over and over again. And there are supporters that are actually bad for the progressive movement. They have nothing to do with the Democrats. There are people that have huge followings that are bad for the progressive movement. If he wants to apologize for somebody, he can apologize for those idiots. But people out there correcting the record every day, calling spades by calling Bloomberg what he is, calling Joe Biden what he is, calling Kamala Harris what she is, calling Elizabeth Warren what she is, which unfortunately is not enough Bernie supporters. He don't need to apologize for that. He should be somewhere in the back room. He should be reading through tweets and laughing. Like, that was a good one. Hey, if we write that one down, I'm gonna say that one in the speech. So, thank you for tuning into that segment of Mikasa Sukasa. We will be back soon, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you are not going to be back, join us on Rockfin, rokfin.com/Niko to catch our other segments. Don't forget, we got the MCSC Uncensored podcast coming back tomorrow, like we have every Wednesday. And other than that, always remember, more than anything else, find your balance. Peace. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell if you like that segment of Mikasa Sukasa. Of course, if YouTube is giving you trouble, as it always does, you can download the Rockfin app and follow us there. Also, if you want to continue to help our show grow, you can help us reach our goal of 500 patrons on Patreon and donate as little as $1. Really, anything helps. Other than that, always remember, people, more than anything else, find your balance. Peace.